people should have fun in whatever industry they're in. You guys out there should experiment with more skits in your marketing and in your videos. Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and this is the Plumbing and HVAC Hustle podcast. And today I've got Trent Parker, aka Mr. Fat Cheeto, on today. How you doing, sir?
Oh yeah, I'm doing good.
All right. I don't know how much of this is going to be in character. I don't really actually know how much it is a character and how much is not. So we're about to find that out.
I have multi-personalities,
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. We're going to talk about how to do skits and more entertaining content for your social media as an HVAC company. What's usable from the Mr. Fat Cheeto? Like, you get a lot of views, brother. How many views? What's your like most viewed video?
Oh man, I say like I've reposted, but one that has it's still on the ticker, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, about 14 or 15 million, but I've added it up. I'm probably well over the last a year and a half, probably well over 300 million views.
Hell yeah. I might try to chime in a little here too, because in so far this year, we've gotten 50 million views. So I do know something or other, but I'm trying to learn from you, sir, for the most part. But I might mix in a little bit of my own, like what I've learned too. What got you into this whole gig of like making HVAC skits on the internet and like just trying to do fun shit?
I'd gotten married, and uh, her kids had, her daughter was kind of into the TikTok thing, and I was like, man, that's cool. I didn't ever play with it. I was like, I bet you I can make some videos, and I went about it the wrong way. I thought I'd make a video where I get on top of the hood of the car with my daughter and beat the glass and look like it was a domestic dispute. Well, that went south, and I ended up breaking my elbow and my ankle. So my wife was a little upset. She was like, "Look, if you want to make videos, I'm fine with that, but you need to do something that's something because this didn't even get 100 views. This is terrible." Yeah.
Ankle for
Oh
no,
yeah, I broke my ankle
100
for. I
views.
still got the video. I'll release it when like years from now in a vault. If you dig hard enough, you'll find it. Uh, so I was like, okay. So the next thing I know, I start peeling around with the air conditioner stuff. I was like, I know air conditioner. I know there's a lot of comedy behind it. So one day, where it really took off, where it really stands out, I'd gotten an old compressor, can of spray paint. I put on the wig that I got at Spirit Halloween. I put on my baseball cap, ripped my shirt, put a zip tie around my waist, and went out there. And I started spray painting a compressor, and I said, sweat, purge, and roll. And for some reason, when I said that, it was like these heavens, the lights came down. It was like, that's going to be, that's going to be it. This is it. And from there on, it's history. The last year and a half, 2 years, I've seen more in my life than I ever have. Never went nowhere, but last year I went to 15 different states, traveled the U.S., made TV commercials. Just it's been absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Is there a reason why HVAC marketer or somebody who's trying to figure out how to get more attention on their business should be like paying attention to what you're doing? Like, what do you think is the principle here? Like, what do you think people could learn from this for their business?
Well, first off, people love comedy. Even the most driest person in the world likes a good laugh. So, got to get someone their attention. Make them laugh. Uh, don't be boring with the same old like call today, don't delay with the technician coming to the door. Nobody's watching that. You know, show something crazy like a guy flying off the roof, and then like an explosion and a Die Hard scene or something. That's what I want. I'm calling
Yeah.
them guys. You know,
Mm.
they got my attention. They put a lot of effort into their video instead of the guy with a white shirt. And I mean, that's great and all, I want a professional at my house, but hey, if you want to really market or something, you need to like.
Well, let's talk about some of the skits that have done well for views because maybe folks at home that are trying to market their HVAC business could take some inspiration from this. What are some of the skits that have done the best? If somebody hasn't seen your stuff, I definitely feel like one of the ones is the one where like all the ones where you're driving around because he's got a drivable HVAC unit and he's driving it around, and it's just like a spectacle.
Yeah, the Russell is what I call it. The drivable package unit. I did one. uh, let's see, testing the capacitor. That was another real popular one where I stuck the capacitor to my tongue, and it
Mm.
um, just I've done so many to the point where people come up to me and say, "Hey, I love that video," and I have to think about it or go back and watch because I don't remember. I've done several hundred in the last year and a half.
Do you do like one a day or one every couple days, or what's your rhythm on your skits?
There was a time I was doing 1 to 2 a day. Um, right now I'm probably about twice a week instead of one a day.
But you're kind of doing more preparation. I can sense that there's like you're like thinking about it. You got like props and you got stuff going on. You take you have a concept, but you kind of bring it all the way. Like, is your wife involved with some of these skits as well? I think.
Yes, she's actually come up with some of the ideas. I do get her involved. I don't script anything. Everything's off the fly. I do have a concept of what I want to do. And sometimes when I get there to film the video turns out totally different. And those are usually my best videos. But if I start writing down ideas, that video is not gonna like my best thing is put on my outfit, walk outside with a camera and just go off the fly.
Start doing stuff. I think that's good, but you might have like some kind of nugget, like for instance, like you've been an HVAC technician, like and you've done things, so it came from the things that you found humorous on the job, or like you found you like, or where did these things come from? Like some of these nuggets of inspiration.
Uh, the spray painting the compressor was definitely something that I witnessed. That
No way.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, that was real life. That's like, I kid you not. Let's see.
Making fun of competitors. So we had a skit kind of thing back in the day. We called it the agency, and it was kind of like our version of The Office. And half of it was just my opportunity to make fun of competitors that were doing stuff that I thought was dumb as hell. So like
Right.
making fun of competitors is a great spot to find skits and funny shit. I think making fun of yourself. Like you
Oh, yeah.
obviously like you're cool with that self-deprecating humor. That's super useful. Like that's a rich spot to find funny stuff because I feel like I think make fun of myself in my head every once in a while. I can use that and knock
I
it down.
could probably laugh harder making fun of myself than I can anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Where else can they find stuff that would be good for skits?
where else could they find stuff that'd be good for skits?
Trent, I'll give you a couple ideas I have for when we're hanging out with Jason Walker in a few weeks. So one that works for us a lot is the man on the street stuff. And I don't know, like if you like, so we get the branded mic or whatever, and we go up. But it'd be
oh
funny to
yeah,
see,
I just bought that.
yeah,
It literally just came in the mail today. The mic. Yeah.
and like going up to people and being like, so how much do you think, a compressor, or what, like, what's the little thing that's very inexpensive, but it costs like $800 to have an HVAC dude put in. What are those called again? Capacitor,
Capacitor.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, how
yeah,
much do you
yeah,
think a capacitor is at Amazon or something,
yeah, yeah.
Um, but yeah, from my point of view, since I'm generally trying to make HVAC companies happy with me. So that's my limitation. I'm trying to make them, and so I'm limited in a way as a content creator because I do see things that I find are humorous or kind of funny, but I watch it because if it's like I don't want them to because I want them to buy my services, which are SEO, PPC, and websites. By the way, guys, if you don't know, um, but I am limited by wanting these companies to like think I'm doing the right thing. I want to be doing the right thing for the industry, right? And
Right.
I think what's interesting is you're able to make fun of the industry, but it's very clearly jokes.
Right. It's
Sometimes
nothing.
I see videos like yours out in the wild that aren't you, and the person's not joking.
That's true.
Do you take inspiration from those guys sometimes, the crazy people on TikTok that are saying weird stuff?
I know this is going to sound awful, but I hardly watch.
I don't
I
either.
hardly, I mean, I may watch like one or two. I got a couple of people that I'm friends with, but most time I watch my numbers. I watch my own videos, not for self glow. It's more of like, what can I do better? Did I cut that right?
Yeah.
Can I shorten this clip up and make another clip out of it?
Yeah.
Or that's what I'm always in my brain studying about what can I do better? How could I get this? Like I sometimes I get really obsessed with the numbers and obsessed with the science behind it.
Yeah.
And so having time to watch other videos, I rarely do, unless it's really kind of sent to me. And like I said, I know that sounds awful, but
No, I'm the same way because I'm mostly creating stuff. I'm not necessarily consuming a ton of stuff. I'm
right.
looking at my numbers. So it does make me a little sick sometimes looking at those numbers and like hoping a video takes off or like these types of things. But it's a reason to be friends with other people that are creating content
Yes, absolutely.
because I bet you, if we're chopping it up with Jason Walker in a few weeks and we're talking about, hey, this one went crazy and this one, like you get inspired. You're like, oh, that type of video does good. I've never done a type of video like that.
Right.
Um, and he has something that's worked and you have something that's worked and you cross section. I've always done that. Like I get around other people that have figured out views and then I get more views. I don't know, like it's including them in our content. And I think local businesses can use this strategy too.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
you go to other home service businesses in your market that have figured out views on social, that have figured out how to get attention in the local market. You create stuff together, and then you don't always have to create stuff together, but later you get it, you're like you remember the principles of what they did while they were creating content. And now you've got content together, you've got lessons, and you might even have friendship.
Oh yeah, you never know.
So, who have you learned from? I know you're not watching a ton of content, but like, where would you say like some of this comedic sensibility comes from?
Let's see. When I was younger, I was a really big fan of Jim Carrey and a
Mm.
really big fan of John Candy and Chris Farley, all of them. But as
Hmm.
far what's that? Ernest. Yes.
Yes. Oh
Thank
yeah.
you for saying that. Ernest was my hero growing up, and I
Mm.
always just absolutely loved him. And I kind of pushed my character a little bit, like, okay, I'm an idiot, I'm a whack, but I'm still lovable. You still
Yeah.
love me at the end of the day. Now, some of my videos I'm not lovable, but most of them I try to have that. You know what I mean? Something down in there that someone absolutely does love.
I think that's
You
good.
know.
I think that's a great mindset. What do you think about like so I watch a lot of cringe videos on so my Instagram, I don't like the stuff I do watch for some reason I don't even know why this happened to me, but on Instagram I watch a lot of cringe. Like I follow a bunch of like accounts that are all just supposed to be cringe.
Right.
And it's like people fucking up or people doing stuff that's like, ooh. And there's a whole topic now on the internet is cringe. And I think part of the reason is because people like to like look down on something, or I apparently, because I'm a sick fuck, like to look down on something or like to feel like I'm better than something, but also they like to comment. So I don't usually comment, but there's a lot of comments on these videos that are cringe, and
Right.
it really drives the views.
Right.
So
And
have you embraced some of that to try to drive views, like when people are a little mad or like,
yeah, I throw in stuff like that, and actually I got a video. Actually, believe it or not, YouTube has been my biggest struggle. And right now I have a video right now on there. It's kind of a cringe video of me damaging a coil on a chiller. I think last time I checked, about 20 minutes ago, it was about 1.8 million, and in the comments is what's really helping it. And then responding to as many comments as you can. Don't be negative in your comments or argue. I mean, don't argue. I never do, because then I feel like you're losing a follower. The thing is, I agree with them most of the time. Is like they're like, dude, you are so fat when you're having your baby, and I'm like, I agree. I have it in like 4 months. I'll send you pictures, and
yeah.
then they're like, ha ha ha, and then I notice they'll follow me. So that's another thing. You got to kind of play on the the comments as well. It helps increase the retention as well on the video, because when they click back on it and they're like, oh, look, look, look. So
Yeah, and like on TikTok, if they're reading comments, the video's playing in the background. It's
right,
looping up the views.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's
So
all when you're that's why the engagement, when you're engaging in don't just post a video and don't respond to the comments. Start responding to the comments, and you'll see your audience grow tremendously just by taking a few minutes out of your life on the toilet.
and sometimes it's like better to just keep one video going. Like if you're talking about views, like I found spending more time on videos once I know it's a good concept pays out.
Right.
The tough part is at the beginning we're all like we're just doing experiments. Like I was doing I tried to go viral, dude, and it took me like really tried. Once I was really trying every single day I was posting a video, 7, 8 months before I got anything, and it was a shit meme or something like that that
Yeah.
finally did it. And it went up to like fucking 15 million. I'm still mad about it. It's stupid as hell. Because I was repurposing somebody else's content, so I'm kind of sad that that was my first viral.
Right. Yeah.
But I've since done many more that have done multi millions or whatever. But where was I going with that? A lot of it's experiments at the beginning, like thinking of content creation as experiments. I'm going to put out a lot of experiments before something hits.
Many homes suffer from inefficient HVAC systems due to leaky ducts, leading to uneven room temps, lost airflow, and higher energy costs. AeroSeal's innovative sealant technology targets and repairs leaks, improving airflow and efficiency. Increase your customer satisfaction, increase sales, and offer a unique market advantage. Become a leader in HVAC efficiency. aeroseal.com.
One thing I found that's been useful is of course, you got to get them hooked within the first 2 seconds, especially on
Hmm.
TikTok. You got to get them hooked. They're swiping.
Yeah.
Is put basically a section of the ending of the video at the very beginning, just a clip like
Oh,
when the explosion is. Then you
yeah.
go, hey, I'm Trent. Let me show you what I got going on here around the corner. You go around the corner, the video plays, and then at the end they see what caused that explosion. When they see the explosion, they were like, all right, I want to see what happened. That's what your mind does. So that's changed a lot. Uh, really helped my videos a lot by just putting basically the climax of the video, just a portion, like 2 seconds of it, very beginning.
Incredible. That's a great tip. Talking about the cringe thing again, like, so one thing, so there's like meta cringe too, where it's like somebody knows they're creating cringe, but like the real, so basically there's cringe, there's
Right.
meta cringe. And frankly, Trent, you're a little bit meta cringe. You're creating something that's cringe, but it's on purpose. But I'm not the guy. You have way more views than me. But if it was if I was to advise, which I shouldn't, so don't listen to me, I would almost say if somebody was doing something similar to you and they went out with a new character, it would be like you don't know for sure that they're doing it on purpose. Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because there's a certain amount of like haters want to comment when they think somebody's serious.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like almost like I bet you some of the videos where you can't tell you're kind of doing, doing a bit, those ones probably do pretty well, I would guess.
Oh yeah. And there's a lot of, if you go through comments of any videos, my wife's the one that reads the comments. I hardly ever read them.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but she does a lot of responding for me. I respond, but a lot of them, people really believe it's really happening, and I'm really doing that. Like,
Hmm.
I'm like, do they not realize there's a camera?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like, they're not just like looking into a portal to see
Yeah.
something happen. I'm like, where's these
Well,
people coming from?
those commenters on your skits, they are the cringe ones. If I was looking back through the phone, I'd be like, "You're the cringe one. You don't even know this is a fucking skit."
Yeah, I'm like, were y'all born yesterday?
Yeah. I just had somebody film me fucking up a air conditioner with a screwdriver,
Yeah,
like,
like,
of course
yay.
I'm not gonna do that if it's not a joke. But yeah, people are crazy. And also like so I guess I should ask some hard hitting questions, Trenton. I'm about to hang out with you, so don't hit me when we do hang out. But do you ever feel like the videos you're putting out have a bad like make a bad reputation for the HVAC industry?
Absolutely not.
Okay, talk to me
Um,
about that.
I get more, I get more people sending me messages telling me how I brighten their day during this. They do air conditioning work. I've just really changed the way their day is, or gave them some kind of little hope or a laugh. I've been accused of making the industry look bad. Um, I look at it like this: those same people that accuse me laugh at other stuff that just a joke. You know, they laugh at other things on TV that they make fun of this or this and that and the other. It's no different. I I mean, but no, I do not feel. I've been asked that a lot, but I tell you what, I have more people I believe that love Cheeto than hate.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds really confidence there, but I've seen the results, I've seen the views, I've seen the um, everything, the followers. I mean,
So
I
I want to
from
throw this out there. So by the way, when I got to present at a trade school recently, and I brought your thing up on the screen, like I was trying to teach them about kind of branding to get jobs. But
right,
I told them to follow you in school, like the people in school, and I'm like, follow Mr. Fat Cheeto. Several of them already knew you, by the way. They're in school for HVAC, and the reason I did that, and I do that, I think we're making this shit fun. You're making this shit fun, bro.
yeah,
And people should have fun in whatever industry they're in. And this is a place where content creators can come. People can create content, and you're kind of creating a genre in a way. You're creating a genre. HVAC is huge.
oh yeah,
It's like 200, $300 billion industry. If there's not comedians, if there's not people poking fun at actual problems in the industry or at like weird things technicians do, or
right,
there is some of that where it's like no one wants to see the negative side of the industry reflected back to them, which is there is some of that really, right?
oh yeah,
There's
there
some
is.
ripping off of customers. There's some, so it's like if you can't bear to look at that, then help change the industry for the positive, but also recognize that there like humor has a place. And yeah, anyways, I just wanted to tell you that thing about telling people out of trade school to follow you. So
I appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
yeah, because you're not you're one of a kind in this industry. I hope there becomes more. To be real with you, Trent, I hope that there's more content creators like yourself that get that do funny shit. So
Oh yeah. I definitely got like a one of a kind outfit going on. That's for sure. I'm the only guy I know that has a drivable package in it. So
absolutely. I did take inspiration from you. I learned about the because I'm fairly new to the industry, but I the zip cord belt that I didn't know about that before. And so
oh
I was
yeah,
like asking somebody about like why does Trent have a zip cord or whatever belt,
yeah.
what is it called, zip tie?
Panduit strap, zip tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and then so when I installed the unit for my first time as part of a YouTube video. I got the presentation of the zip tie belt at the end and as part of our video. So I got that inspiration from you.
Oh, hey, I've inspired a lot of people with the zip tie and the HVAC tattoo.
Yeah, by the way, so that's currently fake, right? Is that true?
Yes, it will be fake, not unless I'd say I may go for 25 or $30,000. I get it done.
Oh, come on, man. Let me just get you that while we're in California.
Go ahead and write the check, premium boy.
Yeah. But yeah, I had commented on one of your videos. I said that we need to get a GoFundMe going for the for Trent's permanent HVAC tattoo.
Oh yeah, that really needs to take place. The GoFundMe. I don't think I'll ever, like I said, not unless somebody just threw a wad of cash at me, I would probably do it. But as of now, I got temporary tattoos that I put on. So,
I so at a roofing conference, we did a tattoo booth, like a real tattoo thing, and and so 38 people got tattoos of either their logo or our logo in the booth, and Best Damn Roofer, who's like guys go follow Best Damn Roofer too on usually gets banned. So that's one thing, Trent. He gets banned all the time because his shit's fucked up, dude.
I've watched a lot of his stuff. It is a little wild, but I love it.
Like, yeah, but he did a hook. You'll see on some of his videos, he has a big hook logo right there on the wrist,
That's awesome.
which was wild. But and my wife will never let me do a tattoo booth again, unfortunately. But you know,
Hey,
it's
you
all
got to have
experiments.
fun.
Exactly. I think of all of marketing as experiments. And I think you guys, if you're out there, should experiment with more skits in your marketing and in your videos. And I would also say to brands that haven't done a collaboration with Trent yet in the industry, Trent's got a little bit of an edgier brand and it has to fit his brand. He's probably fairly selective in the types of companies that he would put on his channel. It has to make sense. But you should reach out if you've got something that could make sense. If you're marketing something like a product, like I feel like Viper should reach out to you. People with specific products or tools should reach out to Trent. If you're marketing to HVAC techs and owners, but probably a little bit more techs, but I think you should talk to Trent about if he could, he might consider doing a skit with one of your things or something like that. I don't know. I'm pitching Trent right now, but I think ultimately, like, I think it's kind of crazy that more brands don't collaborate with you.
So Rilla allows you to listen to it's an AI in your pocket, listens
Yeah.
to the appointment. It's pretty crazy what it can do. It gives a script, gives everything they said, it breaks down some statistics for you.
Analyze talk ratio, interactivity, like how you and I are interacting back and forth, longest modeling, like all those
Honestly,
things.
this is the shit that I most believe in AI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Enhancing the
You're
user
about to put
experience.
math and data around something that used to be my magic skill.
Yeah, like I said, this certain I ain't gonna mention the company that has I did contact. They actually the one I told you earlier. They said they
Yeah.
were actually scared, and I said, yeah, I've been telling everybody they're frightened of me. But if you ever watch my videos, if you go through, I don't use any kind of bad language in them. I don't do any kind of sexual or inappropriate things, sexist, racist, political, religious. For the reason being is that way I'm not limiting my audience. I do something that's, a child can watch my video and grandma's not going to slap me. I mean, slap the kid and say, "What are you watching?" Or, I don't go towards a political party and then, if anything, I make fun of both parties.
Although
Or
you probably could do a pretty killer Trump impression if I had to guess.
somebody told me I sounded like Trump on one of my videos. I've never really worked on it. I'll have to think about that. I used to do a really good Bill Clinton voice,
Yeah.
but I hadn't done that in so long.
Do you have one character? Or do you have multiple characters? Is it mainly just Mr. Fat Cheeto? Is there ever other characters that you've experimented with?
Yes, I've done stuff with as a sheriff.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen those.
I've done stuff as a sheriff. I've done
Dude,
a grandma once.
we should get you as like a homeowner. I feel like if it's fun to make fun of homeowners. you
That's
know,
a very good idea, actually. Now
so
I'm now gonna steal that
that's
idea
not
from you.
stolen. That's I gave that to you. I think you should like Harry the homeowner or something like that, and he's got like a fucking ton of hair coming out of everything, and then he's like, uh, he does shit that homeowners always do. That it's like, "Oh, I'm just watching you. It's like he's just sitting down watching you work on the job.
I did a video a while back and it didn't do too great, but it was creepy. It was like some Silence of the Lamb stuff where I got this plastic around my face
Yeah.
and I'm putting lotion on a cat. It's not really a real cat. And I'm like, "Hello, mister." I'm like, "Hello. Have you seen my kitty? His name is Mr. Mousky."
I have no
And it
idea
was
why they didn't take off, Trent.
Oh, it was really creepy. My wife was really disturbed by it. But yeah, no, I did a podcast for a while, and I do a lot of prank calls and voices over the phones, like change my voice a lot. And I've been trying to think of a way to incorporate that in the videos. And sometimes I do a phone call, like Mr. Fat Cheeto gets a phone call, and it's like, "Hello, I'm elderly, and uh,
Yeah.
or I tried to, I tried to talk like this. I don't know what it is. I've,
Vaguely racist, Trent. Yeah, I don't know. It's good. I'm just messing
yeah.
with you.
So I don't know what I'm doing there. So I got all kinds of weird things.
Trent, what like if you think about it, let's say if you wanted me to outfit you with like the Harry the homeowner shit or anything like that, if you let me know, I might try to like get an Amazon order going out to Jason before we get there. So if you have any ideas, so let me know and I'll try to like this is what I was saying with prep guys, folks watching this at home. Prep for your videos. Do fun stuff. Like if you think about it a few weeks in advance and you get a wig or you get something, you can get props. I spend a little bit of money sometimes to make a video funny or like try something and like prepare your
So
stuff.
is that what you're doing out there? If you will be filming out there with Jason,
Yes. I think it's actually going to be sponsored by Nuve, the smart thermostat company who's
right? Yeah,
uh, but we're doing I just asked Ishmael. I was like, "Hey, by the way, I'm already going to do this trip. You want to sponsor it? Because we're gonna do basically how to start an HVAC company and like from the ground up. And so we're gonna document Jason and what he's doing to start that company. So that's the longer form YouTube video. And then I'm
right.
sure there will be a bunch of like opportunities to do little skits. And I like out in the field stuff and whatnot. So I'll try to get out on some job sites with them. And if you're there, that's going to be even more fun.
Yeah, I'm supposed to come in Thursday at 1 o'clock, fly into Sacramento, and then I head back out to Alabama at 9 a.m. on Sunday.
Sweet,
So,
dude. We're gonna have a couple days overlap. So, um, yeah, dude, I appreciate you being on, folks. Hit up Trent in the HVAC industry. Hit up Trent, say what's up to him, and then also watch his stuff on his channels. Can you say where to follow you on the different channels?
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Just type in Mr. Fat Cheeto. You will find me, or you can Google Mr. Fat Cheeto or anything Mr. Fat Cheeto. I even have a website, MrFatCheeto.com. I got merch, I got hats, shirts, I got temporary tattoos, I got stickers, and who knows? There may be even hot sauce coming to the store soon. Who
You
knows?
got the HVAC wristband. You got
Oh yeah, I got the wristband. Yes.
tons of sweet stuff. So y'all check him out. And this is the real Mr. Fat Cheeto. Thank you for saying what's up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Podcast put on by hookagency.com. Hook Agency all over social media. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.